Managing flare ups. What is a flare up? So, dealing with joint degeneration is a long term condition, and therefore it means that your pain will sometimes go up and down and it will come and go. And some days it may feel worse, but it's important to remember that only a few people will progress to surgery. Increases in pain are known as flare ups or exacerbations of your symptoms. It's often due to tissue irritation as part of the changes that are happening within the joints. It can sometimes be a warning sign that you have overdone an activity or may not be pacing yourself in that activity effectively. It is important to understand and recognize that flare ups are normal and is all part of the process. It doesn't mean that your conditioning is worsening, and temporarily you shouldn't have to see your GP, as this should calm down within a few days if you do the right things. So, what are the right things to do? Managing your flare up. So, we're looking at some rest. So, a couple of days' rest is recommended. This doesn't mean to completely stop moving altogether and stay in bed for a few days. It's more about adjusting your load and understanding what triggered off that, that flare up and exacerbated your symptoms. Adapting this and doing things that are comfortable and keeping moving within your pain zones. Using ice or heat. So, like previously spoken about, you can manage your inflammation with some ice, and sometimes people also find heat can be beneficial in reducing and relaxing for that pain. Having a look at your medication. So, you could speak to your GP about potentially having some stronger medication to help you manage it. And if you are not taking the maximum dose, it could be helpful to increase your medication for 2 to 3 days until your pain settles back down again. Simple exercises. So, like with the rest, you'll start to find certain exercises help ease the pain. So, making sure we continue to exercise, but within those comfort zones and we're not aggravating that flare up more. Relaxation methods. It's important as when we go for a flare up, it can make us feel quite anxious and quite annoyed. Finding relaxation techniques that work well for you is important and can help take down that anxiety. As the pain starts to settle, gradually return to your normal activity. It's easy to jump straight back into what you're normally doing, but easing yourself back in is better to help manage that flare up from happening again.